Once again, the sun pierced through the darkness. Khuli and Zaj ibn Qais, along with a group of soldiers, were ordered by Ibn Ziyad, the governor of Kufa, to carry the heads of the martyrs to the capital of the Umayyad regime, Damascus. In the meantime, Shamr ibn Ziljoshan was commanded to take the household of Imam Hussein, especially Imam Sajjad, to Damascus, while they were shackled in chains and cuffs and driven on bareback camels. On the other hand, the carriers of the severed heads stopped and unloaded their stuffs in the first caravanserai, close to a monastery, so that they could rest. Then they settled in a room with the muddy walls and they began gambling and having drinks. Suddenly, a hand emerged from the wall and started writing the following sentence with a bloody stylus. Is there any hope for the killers of Imam Hussein to enjoy the intercession of his grandfather in the afterlife? Everyone was terrified. Khuli stopped to grab the hand and the stylus, but the hand disappeared in a flash. A while later, the hand emerged again and it wrote, I swear to God no one will intercede for them, and they will be damned with punishments in the hereafter. Again, everyone galloped to seize the hand, but it disappeared right after. When those people sat on the floor, again the hand and the stylus appeared and wrote, They oppressively martyred the son of the God's messengers and opposed the Holy Quran by doing so. The carriers of the heads left the room and set up a tent somewhere near a monastery. The holy head of Imam Hussein was placed at the tip of a spear, which was put next to a wall. Inside the monastery, a monk was praying. A voice had his attention and he stood up and looked at the window. He suddenly noticed the head of Imam Hussein on the top of a spear, close to a wall. The monk could see a pillar of light right above the severe head of Imam Hussein, while throngs of angels descended and spoke these words to the head. Peace be to you, O son of the God's messenger. Peace be to you, O Aba Abdullah. The monk was startled by confronting this sin. He then left the monastery while he was deeply terrified by what he had seen. He approached the soldiers of Ibn Ziyad who were sleeping like dead animals. He shouted, Who is in charge among you? Everyone woke up and stared at the monk with great surprise. A man said, What do you want? The monk said, Who is in charge? Someone, pointing his finger to Khuli, said, It's him. The monk sat next to Khuli and asked, Who does the head on that spear belong to? Khuli replied, It is the head of a deserter. He disobeyed the ruler in Iraq and was killed by Ibn Ziyad. The monk asked again, What is his name? Hussein ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib, Khuli answered. What is his mother's name? Fatima, daughter of Muhammad. The monk, in a confusing tone, asked, Muhammad, the God's messenger? Yes, he is our prophet. The monk shouted and said, You will burn in hell fire for what you have done. Leave the head to me until morning. We cannot do that. We have to take it to Yazid ibn Muawiyah and receive rewards from him. How much is the reward? Khuli replied with greed, 10,000 dirhams. The monk drew a bag out of his gown and handed over to Khuli and said, This is your 10,000 dirhams. Now leave the head to me for the night. The vulture-like eyes of Khuli sparkled and he took the bag. While he was counting the coins, he said, You can have the head until the next morning." The monk, with great care and respect, placed the head of Imam Hussein in his praying rug. He then perfumed the illuminating head of the holy Imam and started shedding tears over what he had seen.
و السلام چقدر حرارت در دل ما ایجاد کرده. این حرارت چقدر دوام داره. این حرارت سرد نمیشه اصلا، یا یه خورده سرد میشه، نه همش، یا یه خورده بیشتر سرد میشه، یا نه روز به روز افروخته تر میشه. اینم باز یک کلمه اشکال نداره برای اهل اختصاص عرض کنم. این لا تبرد، این نفیه. چیه که لا تبرد؟ در این روایت نکره است یا معرفه است؟ این لا تبرد یعنی حرارت. ان لقتل الحسین صلوات الله علیه حرارتا. نکره در سیاق نفی، در سیاق نهی ظهور در عموم داره. وقتی که این باشه خود لا تبرد رساس. این ابداً که حضرت فرمودن یه تأکید باز، که اگه نمی فرمودن این ابداً را، این تأکید نبود، اگه نه مطلب رسا بود، گیری نداره. پیغمبر خدا صلی الله علیه و آله با این جمله‌ای که از نظر کلمات کوتاه چی میخوان بفرمان؟ یک دنیا مطلب میخوان بفرمان. من و شما و هر مؤمن و مؤمنه‌ای که در هر جا هست اینجور تعبیرها فی قلوب المؤمنین، این معناش این نیست که فقط مردهای مؤمن. جمع مذکر برای مذکر میاد، برای مذکر و مؤنثه با هم میاد. تو قرآن کریم پر روایات پره. هر مرد مؤمن و هر زن مؤمنی. پیغمبر خدا دارن میفرمان این کشته شدن امام حسین علیه السلام این یه ایجاد حرارتی تو دل مؤمن و دل مؤمنه میکنه. دارن بیان یک امر تکوینی میکنن. ممکنه مقدمات وجود داشته باشه، اختیاری باشه. قاعدتاً اکثرش هم مقدمات اختیاری است. یعنی انسان روزه گوش کنه تا این حرارت کم نشه، خودش بشینه تو خونه کتاب مصیبت بخونه، دراز کشیده هنوز خوابش نبرده، چشاش بسته، تأمل کنه مصیبت ها.